and my actual eyesight. Is there the high drive? Deep center! Go! 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 We're out of here! We're out of here! Say ya, playa!
Just like they drew it up in Hollywood. Caladros, the 3-2. Swing and a miss! And the Audubon Green Wave have upset the Kingsway Dragons! And this is it for good! The Audubon Green Wave are back in the Final Four! A dog pile on their side!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to DW Broadcasting's coverage of men's varsity.
From our entire crew, we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one, folks.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a fierce rivalry here from the Campaign Gymnasium. It is the Woodbury Thundering Herd and the Paulsboro Red Raiders in a game where everybody forgets Woodbury was a state champion just 2 years ago and now have hit a hard reset with their brand new head coach, Mark DeRuggiero. The interesting thing to remember about these two teams is that, look, right now they're hanging around the middle in their respective divisions. Paulsboro is 3-5 in the Colonial Liberty, while Woodbury in the lower division of the Colonial Conference, the Patriot, they're at an even 5-5. This is their 11th game that they've played this year, and these guys are hungry. They've taken a couple hard losses. They lost to Cherokee on the road last weekend. But they are going to try to get their revenge tonight versus Paulsboro, a team that has beat them 3 out of the past 5 appearances that they have played against each other, dating back to 2021. Even in Woodbury State Championship year, Paulsboro always had their number. And Woodbury's going to look to change the tide with a very young team. Mark DeRuggiero in his second non-consecutive stint as the Woodbury head coach. It's going to be a little bit different for the Herd today. We'll take a look at their starting lineups in a second, but Paulsboro 3-5, Woodbury 5-5. It's going to be a great night. We'll be right back in just a minute. Woodbury and Paulsboro getting set here as they're going to do the pregame ceremonies. These two teams are incredibly pumped, but Woodbury's been looking a little bit sloppy in their pregame rituals. You know, they had themselves, a lot of three-point shots that they weren't hitting. They were missing a lot of layups, and obviously the pregame conduct does not translate to what happens over the 32 minutes of the actual game. But Paulsboro, they were really hitting all their shots. And I think that as a road team, a team that lost to Woodbury last year in a close game, they are now going to try to get a little bit of revenge and now win on the road in Woodbury. Paulsboro and Woodbury are standing here. We are going to keep it here for the national anthem, along with the starting lineup introduction for the Red Raiders and the Herd. We'll keep it here.
In an orderly and efficient manner. Thank you for your cooperation. At this time, we ask you to stand and honor the playing of our national anthem. And now it's time for your starting lineups. First up for the visiting Red Raiders of Paulsboro. At forward, junior number 1, Eric Scott. At guard, junior number 2, Ty Hodges. At forward, senior number 4, Ryan Briscoe. At guard, senior number 10, Aiden Milligan. And at guard, senior number 12, Antonio Pandolfo. Red Raiders head coach Darius Quarles. He's assisted by John Marcucci, Trevon Brooks, and Aaron Fletcher. And now the starting lineup for your Thundering Herd. At guard, senior number 5, Amara Sacco. At forward, senior number 0, Troy Lindsay. At guard, sophomore number 11, R.J. Heidler. And at forward, senior number 2, Dorian Dunbar. And at forward, junior number 10, Jason Solomon. Thundering Herd head coach Mark Dirachiris. He's assisted by Isaiah Roberts. Ladies and gentlemen, it's tip time.
All right, we are back here from Woodbury after those pregame ceremonies. Paulsboro and Woodbury getting ready to tip off. Starting lineups are on the bottom of your screen. Paulsboro in the white jerseys with the red accents on the left side of your screen. Woodbury in the yellow and white on the right side of your screen. 32 minutes to play. It is up, and they're going to redo that one. So they'll try this one again. Under it for Paulsboro is number 1, Eric Scott. And for Woodbury, number 0, Troy Lindsay, or excuse me, that is number 10, Jason Solomon. Passed out to the corner, first shot of the night. It's a little long. Rebounded by Solomon in triple coverage. He's got it. And it's 2-0 Thundering Herd. Starting 5 for the Thundering Herd, you've got Eric Scott, Ty Hodges, Ryan Briscoe, as that's a 3-ball that goes from number 12, Antonio Pandolfo. So it is 3-2 Paulsboro as the Red Raiders are running the full court press. From 3, no good. Offensive board by number 2. It's not going to go. Starting 5 for Paulsboro, Troy Lindsay, or rather for Woodbury, Troy Lindsay, Jason Solomon, Dorian Dunbar, Amara Sacco, and RJ Heigler. As I'll tell you guys, I know that it's audible on our mics, but this place is loud. This place has all the energy. The Cat Payne Gym, the place that was condemned a couple of years ago because it was sinking into the ground. But they actually had to raise the roof by anywhere between 3 to 5 feet for them to play basketball again on this floor. So they have now made the proper renovations and proper changes so that, you know, they don't want to play in a condemned gym. So they got that squared away, and Paulsboro struggling to find good pass selection and struggling to find an open man. And in fact, Woodbury's got to get it back. Solomon gets the ball knocked out of his hands, and at midcourt, it'll go back on the Euro, no good. Solomon fouled on his way up. Oh! Well, those kind of sequences are always rough when you're bouncing the ball back and forth. Some of the guys on the floor don't know where the ball is. They've got to, you got to play hacky sack with it, and that's exactly what both sides did, and it results in a foul on Paulsboro. Solomon from the line. First one goes 5-3. As far as we're concerned, this is our last broadcast for a good 7 days, as next week we'll have coverage of the Mapleshade Wildcats and the Clayton Clippers on January 15th, 5:30 p.m. start time. That one does not go. He goes 1 for 2 from the line. Paulsboro gets the board, and that'll be a foul on Woodbury. 1 foul from each. Big shout out to Will Morris for pointing this out to me at the beginning of the season. But the new foul rules for boys and girls basketball are that 5 fouls and a quarter equals the bonus, and you get 2 shots at the line. Before, it was 7 fouls and a half meant 1 and 1 from the line, and 10 fouls meant 2 shots each. But now they've changed it. I mean, that was the same rule as college. 7 fouls and a half was 1 and 1. But it doesn't really make sense to do fouls for a half when you're not playing halves, you're playing quarters. So the fouls from the first would just carry over to the second. So I do like that rule. Euro by Solomon, airballed, rebounded. Woodbury keeps it in, goes back to the red and white. High floater, off the glass, no good. Leroy Jarris telling him to take it easy. Adrenaline is high. The game is tied 5-5. Fouled on his way up. And I'll let that one fall down. So Woodbury will go to the line for 2. RJ Heigler will take his first and make his first. 6-5. Just under halfway through the first quarter, 6-5. Woodbury leads early. A couple of crazy sentences we've seen. A lot of missed shots at the rim, though, and Woodbury's going to be 2 for 4 from the free-throw line in this first quarter. Pass across the court. Paulsboro really, really closely pressed. Woodbury wanted a walk. And I think they would have gotten it. From just outside the free throw line, it is no good. Shot attempted by number 1, Eric Scott. He's the big man in the backcourt. The big man in the front court, rather, for this Red Raiders team. But Darius Quarles, he's a very smart coach. He's a very well-educated coach. He's a guy that, really, he knows how to play well-rounded basketball. They know when to shoot the 2s. They know when to shoot the 3s. I mean, this isn't a 3-heavy team. But Woodbury is, and they just made it to make it a 4-point game, 9-5. So Woodbury sinks a 3-ball to make it 9-5, a 4-point game. Hucks it down the floor. Goes back to Ty Hodges. Rolls it into the corner. Their first 3-point shot of the night, no good. Attempted by Milligan. Out to the corner. Gonna look for something. Go for a crossover from the elbow. Solomon off the glass and good.
With the assist from Dunbar.
Dorian Dunbar on the assist for the Herd. As they've now jumped out to an 11-5 lead, the biggest lead for either side here early. I mean, this is a higher scoring game than I expected. Woodbury has looked really excellent on defense. They've been able to block a lot of passes from being made. They forced some good turnovers. As speaking of blocks, denied at the rim. Paulsboro gets it back, and that'll be a foul. Looks like on Woodbury. Man. Eric Scott, I mean, he got a dime of a pass right up the middle, but he gets denied at the rim, and now Paulsboro will inbound here with 2:54 to play in the first. Milligan brings it into Hodges. Scott's going to get another shot in double defense. That's going to be taken in by the Herd. Goes back down the floor. They're really running some fast offense here in heavy traffic. No good. Not the best shot selection there, but Paulsboro gets the possession back with number 4, Ryan Briscoe. Eric Scott again backing it up. 3-point corner shot goes. Timeout called by Darius Quarles. As the corner 3 by number 12, Antonio Pandolfo. He leads the scoring with 6. We'll take a quick break. 2:25 to play in the first. Paulsboro cuts the deficit to 3. Well, Paulsboro was down 6 at one point, but they have now rebounded, and they hit a 3-point shot from Pandolfo to make this a 3-point game in favor of the Herd. 6 is the largest lead that any team has had tonight. As double, triple pump fake. Woodbury will hang on to the possession, but still a risky possession at that, and another foul. A high foul in first quarter. That is the 3rd foul on Paulsboro. They'll need 2 more for a bonus, but this will be inbounded by C.J. Young. No good. Rebounded by Young. Out to the corner. It's good. 6-point lead. Troy Lindsay, the senior forward, brings it home, and it's going to make it back to a 6-point lead. 14-8. Goes to Hodges. Pandolfo, and that'll be a foul on Woodbury. This has been some high contact basketball. You've seen a lot of guys getting in each other's personal space, if you will, and that's going to be 3 fouls on each side in the first quarter. A couple of guys checking in here for Paulsboro. That is number 3, Malachi McKenzie, and number 11, Jamal Robinson. Those 2 have checked in as the 6th and 7th men for the Red Raiders. McKenzie to Pandolfo. Chucks it across the floor, and that'll be a reach-in on Woodbury. Very rarely in an 8-minute quarter will we see a bonus, but we're 90 seconds away from seeing one. A lot of these guys are racking up fouls, and for CJ Young, that's his second foul at a quarter. Sometimes you got to be really careful with that. As there's another foul, and that's going to go Paulsboro's way. So the 5th foul gives Paulsboro an unexpected bonus with still a minute and a half to play. So it will be Ty Hodges for the first foul shots of the night for Paulsboro from the line. They're down by 6. They're going to try to alleviate that a little bit here. First one goes. Second one. Took a victory lap, went back in. 14-10, under 90 to play in the first. Oh, that one kicks off the foot. That will actually keep Woodbury's ball because that'll be a kicked ball violation on Paulsboro. Kind of an inadvertent one, but it'll still count the same. Young will inbound. That would be the 4th foul of the quarter. So we have seen 9 fouls. Wow. I mean, I don't know if it's sloppy basketball or what, but I'm just surprised at how many fouls. I mean, there's more fouls in the quarter than there have been minutes. That one is going to get away. It will get out of bounds after the attempt to keep the ball in play by Solomon, but it is to no avail. Paulsboro with possession. Pandolfo over to McKenzie. Pandolfo again from beyond the arc, out to the W logo. Bounced. McKenzie, bounce pass, stolen right out of the hands by Solomon. He loses the ball, and it will go Paulsboro's way. He had last touch.
Under 1 minute remaining in the first quarter.
And no good. Woodbury hangs on to it, keeps it in play. Just keeps it in play long enough for Heigler, the sophomore. Goes back to CJ1, the 6'1" senior guard. He'll take his time. 30 seconds in the first. Double trouble. Getting some hard. Oh, that will be a air ball. 14-10. Woodbury leads by 4. The biggest lead tonight has been 6. Milligan checking back in for the Red Raiders, and checking out of the ball game right now will be Jamal Robinson, number 11. Goes back to McKenzie. McKenzie to Pandolfo. He leads Paulsboro scoring with 6. Foot was on the line, but it's not going to matter. Rebound Woodbury. Rebound Solomon. Five seconds. Corner 3. No good. Tipped. Time for a heave. Not going to get it. McKenzie thought twice about it, but he's not going to get one off. And after 8 minutes, it's going to be 14-10, Woodbury over Paulsboro. Biggest lead for the third has been 6, but they've been in the driver's seat so far early. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back after this. We're back in the second quarter here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. Woodbury leads Paulsboro 14-10. As Woodbury's had a couple of good shots, Paulsboro's had a couple of good shots, but it's been back and forth all night. These guys are, Woodbury has led since the opening tip, but they've kept Paulsboro in check, if you will, as McKenzie will inbound this one. 8 minutes to play and a half. Inbounded for Paulsboro, goes to Pandolfo. Pandolfo will try it. It'll count for 3, but no, it will roll out. Young, that one tips, keeps it in for Solomon. Passed in the corner to Heichler. Double trouble, passes it out. Still trying to hang on to it. For Paulsboro. Adolfo gets the board on D. McKenzie rolls inside. Woodbury will force the steal. Off the glassing door. R.J. Heigler and Jason Solomon, the two Woodbury scorers to have 100 points on the year going into tonight. Jason Solomon Jr., he's going to be approaching 600 high school points soon. If he can hang on his momentum, he'll definitely have 1,000 by the end of his senior year in 2025. But, like we were talking about, this is a young team. They've lost basically all of their pieces from the state championship squad 2 years ago. So what they have to deal with not only is the new head coach, but they have to deal with the new pieces on the team. D. Ruggiero is not new to Woodbury. He's been here on a different non-consecutive stint. But the difference is that the players that he's dealing with in this second go are way different. They're entirely different. But this is a hard-nosed ball club. Woodbury's going to give you more for your money than you're going to see in a lot of Colonial Conference, if not more South Jersey schools. They're going to steal the ball. They're going to block at the rim. Some of these guys have the size to block at the rim. You look at Eric Scott and you think, well, that's going to be the guy that's racking up the most blocks. But no, it could be Jason Solomon. It could be, C.J. Young. It could be any one of those guys, honestly. They just have enough guys on their squad to make it good. And not just that, but Solomon, he might not have the stature as Scott gets it in. DeRuggiero calls a timeout, but, Paulsboro looks like they have the size, but Woodbury's got the hops. Solomon can let it fly. He can absolutely just let it eat, really. But, he can fly from mid-range, and that's what gets the blocks. That's what gets you your money. But this defense is really astounding. But Paulsboro has cut the deficit to 2. Let's take a look at what Paulsboro is dealing with this year in the Colonial Liberty Division. As right now, they right now have themselves in the 4th position out of 6. They are the top team that is under 500 right now. Haddonfield on an undefeated 10-0 run. Haddon Heights 5-4, Sterling 4-3, but then Paulsboro 3-5. Look, they've played tough opponents. They've played Cherokee. They've played, they played the tough guys. Haddon Township and West Effort. Well, guess what? They're on kind of rebuilding years, but right now for Paulsboro, their concern is getting into that top 3, breaking back into a 500 stretch, and we'll talk about who they play in just a moment. But 6:09 left on the clock in the second quarter, as Woodbury has had their lead falter a little bit at 16-14. Oh, look out, Paulsboro. Now they're playing some Woodbury ball, and a slip and a walk. They almost did a banana split there from McKenzie. But DeRuggiero, he was talking to me about this in the pregame. Part of the things that he was talking about was that, look, this floor is going to get some guys. He said it was really good versus Lindenwald when they were playing against T.J. Brown. T.J. Brown was the same guy that dropped 50 in a game when their team only scored 61. T.J. Brown is far and away one of the most dominant scorers in the Colonial Conference. But how was Woodbury able to contain him? Well, the floor is slippery. you know, he has some complex moves with his footwork, and it just makes it so that it's a lot harder to make those kind of moves on this floor. You know, we talk about in baseball the elements of what kind of grass you have, whether it's turf, how the ball bounces. Well, guess what? That same effect exists in basketball. The climate of the gym, the temperature in the gym. Is it hot? Is it cold? What's the surface of the floor? There's some floors that we've seen that haven't been, you know, refinished in several years. Here comes the steal. Paulsboro's got it. Up the middle, swatted away. Into the corner on the bounce pass. Keeping it beyond the arc. Passes it up the middle. Eric Scott looking to tie the game in double traffic. Passes it out. He's got an open look for three. Short. Another pass blocked by Woodbury. They've got another one up the middle. No, a little long, and they'll be fouled on his way up. Amara Sacco is in the middle of that one. And shooting from the line will be R.J. Hegler. Hegler this year, 100 points on the dot, 8 boards, 5 assists. As
to the line for Woodbury, shooting 2.
There's his first. Or excuse me, his second. It goes.
Hegler makes 1 of 2.
Woodbury shooting about 50% from the free throw line. They're exactly 3 for 6. Here's a 3 ball. Boom! Paulsboro ties the game thanks to Antonio Pandolfo. 17 all. CJ back to Sacco. Dunleavy. 3. No. Paulsboro on a fast break. Almost got him on the reverse, and that will go the other way. Well, those are always tough on the reverse. You never know what you're going to get, and just sometimes it doesn't go your way. Woodbury inbounds. Oh, that's going to be a backcourt. Wait, no, it's not. No, it's not. No, it will not be. I apologize. That would have been a backcourt, but because he was pushed into the backcourt, that does not count, and Paulsboro will hang on to the possession. Woodbury will tuck this one over as it's 17-17. Halfway to go in quarter number 2. We'll be right back. (17-17) tie game. This broadcast is brought to you by Tommy D's Home Improvement, the best place to go for wholesale kitchen cabinets and countertops at heavily discounted rates compared to big box retailers. Visit today at 612 Creek Road, Belmar, NJ, corner of Creek and Harding Avenue in Belmar next to the 42 on-ramp. Rebound, Scott, he slips. That's at least the second Paulsboro player to slip on this floor, but it's not like there's sweat on the floor. It's not like you need to clean it up. It's just flat. It's just smooth. We were talking about how T.J. Brown for Lindenwald, you know, he was not his usual self just because of the floor. And those elements can always give you a curveball in your game plan. It's going to be inbounded by 12. Aldino. Excuse me, Pandolfo. No. They're going to call that one back. I think they called it a lane violation. They actually wanted that to be called a kick ball, but Paulsboro will inbound with Ryan Briscoe. Back to Pandolfo, and Milligan, no good. Wow. I would have thought they would have had a goaltending call on that because his hand hit the net. He finds a man, blocked at the rim. Breakaway, Solomon, no good. Second chance, Samara Sacco's got it. And that breaks the stalemate to make it 19-17. But Woodbury was not happy about that last call. They wanted to reach in. There they get a reach in. Second time's the charm, but
Woodbury fouling Sacco. His third, 13 foul for the Herd.
here we go, corner. Pandolfo short. It is bobbled by Dunleavy. And goes out of bounds. Or excuse me, by Troy Lindsay. So the jersey numbers are actually all wrong on this squad, because Isaiah Dunleavy is number 10, but he wasn't marked as a starter. Here we go, fouled on his way up in the end one. A heavily contested shot on top of the foul as Quarles gets a couple high fives from his five. And they will try this one.
Team foul number 4 for the Herd.
So on the floor right now, Isaiah Dunleavy, RJ Heigler, Amara Sacco, Dorian Dunbar. Dunbar is not on the floor, but I'll just have to remember that. Oh, that'll be a kick ball. Nice one through the middle of Heigler. This is some crazy defense. I haven't seen this in a long time. Three ball good. 22-20, a 2-point lead after the 3-point was sunk by Sacco. Pandolfo looks for a pass, heaves it high. Yeah, we'll fix that with the numbers. Scott, up, blocked, denied. This crowd's going nuts right now. Troy Lindsay to Sacco. Heigler looking for room. Bouncing back and forth. It is deflected off the leg of Pandolfo. But Woodbury will hang on to the possession as they had the last touch. Does not count as a kickball. Goes to Heigler, back to Sacco. Heigler's got to look from deep three, no good. Paulsboro gets the rebound stolen out of their hands by Dunleavy. McKenzie checking into the game. Malachi McKenzie for the Red Raiders. Rebounded. Finds a man in the corner. That'll be a push on Paulsboro.
Paulsboro foul number 3. Kenzie, his first.
So inbounded by the Herd. Goes into the corner, finds a man. No good. A little long. Paulsboro board. Paulsboro wanted a foul there. Pandolfo and a huge shove by Lindsay rather. He almost put that man into the bleachers. He almost sent him to the mezzanine levels. That's going to be a bonus for Paulsboro. And remember, under the new rule, they will shoot 2 from the line. First one, McKinley. No. To make it a 1-point game, does not go. Misses both. Finds it down the floor. Euro. No good. Offensive rebound. One-hander. Rolls in and out. Paulsboro keeps the board. 2-on-1. Bounce pass. This is crazy. This is the second quarter. Here goes Woodbury again. Steal mania turns into turnover mania. 24-20. Back to the 6th man, Malachi McKenzie. 3-ball. Good. Drills it. Drilled it from outside from Ryan Briscoe. C.J. Young, who has had limited minutes this year, he tried a 3, it didn't go. Just a hair over 30 seconds remaining. Eric Scott fumbles it. Goes into the corner. Pandolfo gets a cross over to the right. Here comes a steal. Dunleavy off the glass. Unbelievable. What a series of events. They're going to have 5 seconds to play to break the tie. Oh, just a little wide right. The gym went silent for about half a second, but what a half. An incredible half. 26-26. We'll be right back in 10 minutes. Woodbury and Paulsboro all knotted up. Garden State Pet Center is an independently owned full-service pet store. Our specialty is promoting companionship between people and animals by providing the healthiest product choices available, including all-natural foods, supplements that support and relieve health issues, and innovative products for pet parents. Our goal is to provide our customers with a relaxing environment, and while we're not striving to be the biggest store on the East Coast, we're striving to be the best. No other pet store will make you feel at home like we do. At Garden State Pet Center, we view pets as members of the family. We don't believe in fast, high-pressure sales, but instead matching up the right pet with the right owners, as you are making a lifelong commitment. Together with our team members, we would like your visit to our store to be both enjoyable and educational. Simply drop in and take a look around. View the birds, reptiles, small animals, toys, food, cages, and miscellaneous items. Learn of the services we have to offer and decide for yourself if this is the store you'd like to call your home away from home.
Victor Santucci, owner of Garden State Pet Center. Visit us today at 226 South Whitehorse Pike in Audubon, New Jersey. We're open 7 days a week for all of your pets' needs.
Tommy D's Home Design Center has opened a second location on Creek Road in Belmar, operating in Philadelphia for over 25 years and now expanding into South Jersey. Tommy D's is the place to go for kitchen cabinets, countertops, and cabinet accessories, heavily discounted compared to big box retailers. Stop in, take a seat, and watch as our experienced kitchen designer makes the kitchen of your dreams right in front of you. Tommy D's is the best in the business for quality kitchen countertops and cabinets that fit all budgets. Call us today at 856-210-9504 or visit the new location in person on the corner of Creek Road and Harding Avenue in Belmar next to the 42 on-ramp. 1 half down, 1 half to go here at the Japanese Gymnasium here in Woodbury. It's been an excellent first half, 26-26 the current score. It has been incredible defense from both sides, despite the score. It's relatively high scoring for a first half. But Woodbury's been lights out from the inside. They've been stealing almost every possession out of Paulsboro's hands. They've had the ball right here, and then Woodbury just swipes it out, and they've got it. They've got incredibly quick guys on the court who know how to move the ball quickly and efficiently. And that's what Woodbury is. They are a fast team. Who needs great shot makers from inside? Your guys could all win state championships at track meets. And that's exactly what Woodbury is talking about, you know, with this new head coach and this new kind of mentality that they're running. They lost to Gloucester to start the new year in 2023-24. That's how they started their opening season. You know, they lost to a team that had a much worse record than them last year. And in fact, they started off pretty cold. But now the tides have changed. The 5-5 record after the disappointing loss to Cherokee 62-48 last weekend. Now Woodbury is back. They'll be starting it off in just a moment, so we'll bring your attention back to the court here on DWB. I'm Dan Wilkins here with Vincent Fote, my producer tonight. Again, after tonight, we'll be taking a little bit of a break. Next week will be our next broadcast. January 15th, the Clayton Clippers and the Maple Shade Wildcats from Clayton in BCSL and Tri-County action. 26-26 here on DWB. And then after that, on January 16th, we'll be covering more Colonial basketball between Lindenwold and Paulsboro with a 5:30 p.m. start time. Inbounded by Milligan. They'll get started here to Ty Hodges, who is going to attempt the three, but it's no good. Rebound Woodbury. See, that's what I'm talking about. Look how fast these guys are. They're running sprints up and down the courts, and then they're running the full court press. It's incredible. From the elbow, Dunleavy to Sacco. Bounce pass through the 5-hole. Bounces and rolls out. Not going to win a ball. Pass up the court, intercepted. It will be Paulsboro ball for McKenzie as Milligan checks out. Inbounded to McKenzie. He's got it back there. Scott right around the logo. 3-ball. A little long. Rebound by Solomon.
Stop the ball!
But like I said, these guys are wicked fast. And they've got an incredibly well-rounded, ball club. They've got the smaller guys. They've got the big guys. Like I said, I mean, Isaiah Dunleavy doesn't have the look of a guy who can really shoot the ball well. As the scoreboard just turned off here in the arena. Hold on. The scoreboard turned off. Yeah, Paulsboro was trying to get time called. And now they turn back on. They're going to talk this one over because we have 6:32, but the clock stopped with 6:46. The clock was off for about 15 seconds, and it still ran. They still went on with the play until he got fouled. So, yeah. They're going to talk it over. I think they're going to let it run down to about 6:32. No, it'll run to 6:41. Vince, I think you might have been a little off there, but. Inbounded by the Herd. Like I said, this half-court press Oh, the pass goes nowhere, out of bounds. No points scored yet in this third quarter. 26-26 still, the same score it was at the half. Those high passes, though, they can come back to bite you, especially with how high leaping and high reaching this Woodbury team is. They can snag it right out of your hands. It'll be a reach in on Woodbury. This broadcast is brought to you by Garden State Pet Center. Incredible products, including toys, food, cages, accessories, and more. Available 7 days a week on the 200 block of White Horse Pike in Audubon. 6:04 to play in the third. Inbounded. An aggressive pass across the floor by Ryan Briscoe. Over to Aladino. Woodbury. Oh, blocks. It hits off the bottom of the backboard. They kept the ball in play. I wasn't sure about that. I wasn't sure if that was going to be out of bounds if it hit the bottom of the backboard after it bounced back up. Woodbury slowing down the pace here, setting a play. They're just looking for the right guys in the right spot. With number 2. That being Dorian Dunbar. Milligan inbounds. Still no points scored in 3 minutes of play in the third. No, he's out of bounds. Milligan was close, and we didn't have the best angle, but that's what they called. Dunleavy no good. Third try, swatted. Fourth try, goal. Deshaun Solomon on the fourth attempt at the rim. They were swatting that ball around more than a fly. Off the rim, bricked. Back to Heigler. He's got the breakaway off the glass and good. Lead for Woodbury. Oh! Woodbury's turning up the Jets now. They've got the keys to win, but they just need to hold off Paulsboro for another 10 minutes, another 12 minutes rather. First points of the quarter for the Red Raiders and what has been a defense-heavy start to the second half. Double defense at the midcourt line, and the end one. An intensified foul by Heigler. Wow. You don't get much better than that. The intensity from the crowd is unmatched. As they'll look to make it a 5-point lead. Woodbury's biggest lead of the night is 6. It goes on a couple hops. So a 3-point play by the Herd. Paulsboro's been relying on that bounce pass. You know, they have been making aggressive passes all night, and some of it's been their X factor, some of it's been their kryptonite. Because the problem is that when you make those aggressive passes, when they go well, they go great. But when they don't work, they force turnovers, they force points lost. And that's not something you want. He gets a wide open look from 3. It's an air ball. There we go! Good off the glass. Woodbury with their biggest lead of the night. And it comes from Dunbar. 35-28. I mean, this has been it was a great first half, and now this third quarter has been all Woodbury. Steal, Paulsboro, Scott fouled. One and one checking into the game. Paulsboro, their number 3, Malachi McKenzie, and number 1. Number 1, that being Isaiah Dunleavy. Dunleavy checks into the game. Eric Scott off the glass and good. It's been all Woodbury, but Paulsboro is keeping themselves in the game. You know, Woodbury, again, that last possession was their biggest lead of the night. A walk. I thought I counted at least 3 or 4 steps. I thought I would have walked, but. So that will go to Solomon, or rather Dunleavy. That shot wasn't good, so he will shoot 2.
Solomon to the line.
It is Solomon, I'm sorry. No good. Tried to get the high archer on that one. Second shot. Good. 36-30. Again, Woodbury's in the driver's seat, but Paulsboro's only had the lead once all night in the second quarter. McKenzie, 3-ball, air ball. Good. They got the second chance points there from number 4. From Ryan Briscoe. Goes back to Woodbury. Again, they have not been all that common to shoot threes, but they missed there. He is fouled on his way up. The third for Paulsboro. Dorian Dunbar will shoot 2 after the missed shot. 36-32. Rolls in and out. Second shot goes. 5-point lead for the Herd, 37-32. Bounce pass to Milligan, goes over. They've been passing the ball most of the night outside of the arc. That's going to be a foul on Woodbury, 3 each. Again, you know, we saw 11 fouls in the first quarter alone. That would have certainly gotten both teams a bonus under the old rules. Now those bonuses are a little harder to obtain. With those fouls resetting at the end of each quarter. Double traffic. Hanging on to it, Briscoe is good. 37-34, again. Fast break down the floor in transition, and the and one. Woodbury's got a handful of and ones tonight, and they bring home another one. The 4th foul on Woodbury. Or no, I'm sorry, no, it is not an and one. It is not an and one. Should be 39-34. I didn't think they updated it yet. Because he made the shot. He made the shot. I don't know. Catch over the shoulders by McKenzie, Briscoe, or excuse me, Rogers. No, he's denied. Ball rolls along the ground. No good. Solomon's got another one. I guess just reset it to 37-34 because that's what the scoreboards in the arena say. Crossover Dunbar, he loses it, hangs onto it. A minute and a chunk of change to play. Dunbar passes it. He finds a man, wide open, long. Those wide open threes are always the hardest ones to make when you don't know if you're going to make the shot, but you have the confidence that you will. And with confidence comes great missing. 3-point game. Into the corner. Goal! Tie game! Pandolfo timeout called close. They'll make it 37-37 unless I guess we'll have to look over the footage, but maybe they called off that shot. I'm not sure. But we will keep it the way it is in the arena. We always want to keep that scoreboard the same as it is. Let's take a look at what Woodbury's dealing with in their division right now. In the lower division, the Colonial Patriot, they are third right now. When they had a third place finish in the division last year, I'm sorry, they won the division last year, I apologize. Audubon right now, they have the spot, but remember, they beat Audubon by an all right amount last time. So guess what? What's next for Audubon? They have to play Woodbury again. They've got to play them here. But right now, the bottom three, Gateway 0-9, Linnewall 2-6, Collingswood 3-6 rather, and then the top three, the over 500s, Audubon, Gloucester, and Woodbury. What a division that is. One of the best records of the 90s. I do have Dr. Dre's 2001 on my vinyl record collection. 30 seconds to play in the third quarter. Tie game, 37-37. Heaves it across the floor, stolen by Paulsboro, and it hits the camera. That's expensive equipment, folks. Dunbar calls a play right across midcourt. Double defense. Looks for a man. He's got Sacco. Goes to Dunbar. Dunbar uses his footwork. Brings him out to three. Dunbar, 10 seconds. Dunbar guarded by McKenzie. 2-on-1. From three. No good. 2 seconds. Got time for a half quarter. No, they're not going to get it. After three, the game is tied. Oh. So it was tied at the end of the first. It was tied at the end of the second. Now it's tied at the end of the third. Lord knows what we're going to have in the next 8 minutes. We're on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting, 37-37. We've got 8 minutes to play in regulation. We'll be right back after this. (37-37). Don't go anywhere. These 10 men on the court are going to make some great entertainment for the next 8 minutes. But let's take a look at what Paulsboro has up ahead for the 3-5 squad. Let's take a look at the road ahead. Their next 5, they play 4 Colonial opponents. Collingswood and Audubon, Cherokee and Linnewall at home. That Linnewall game is a DWB feature, and then Gloucester on the 18th. Woodbury hangs on to the possession. Sacco. Solomon, Euro, no good. Offensive board. He's got a man open in the corner. Woodbury hangs on to it. He abandons his post. Goes to the corner. 3, go! As the crowd goes nuts! Wow! You don't get much better than that. Milligan, good. 40-39. Oh. I have a feeling these next 7 minutes are going to be some of the wildest basketball you've seen in a long time. It feels like I'm the public address announcer again, like I am for Audubon, because I've been losing my voice left and right. Oh, he loses it, and it'll be out of bounds. Paulsboro possession. Sometimes you got to catch a basketball just like you catch a football. Some of these Woodbury guys know how to catch a football very well. Just look at Solomon and Dorian Dunbar. Again, those high arcing passes, they've got their high of highs, but they've also got their low of lows. They're dangerous. And they're lethal. And so is that the 3-ball Paulsboro. 42-40. Dunbar finds a man. This might be 3-point palooza in a second. It's no good. Rebound Solomon. No, it goes back to Rogers. Rogers, 2-on-1. Off the glass, no good. Scott with the rebound. Goes back. He gets contact. No foul. Woodbury rebound. He is fouled. Wow. And it goes the way of the Raiders. Oh my gosh. 6:15 to play in the fourth. 42-40 in favor of the visitors. Only the second lead that Paulsboro has had all night. And unfortunately for them, it has not been when it matters most. It's goaltending. Goaltending on Woodbury. The basket counts. Timeout, DJS. 44-40. Oh my God. That's unbelievable. What a game this has been all night. Let's take a look at what Woodbury has in their next 5 for the 5-and-5 squad. They've got, again, just like Paulsboro, they've got 4 out of their 5 next ones versus colonial opponents. They've got Heights and Township. They've got Williamstown, and then Haddonfield and Sterling. 3 of their next 5 are on the road. .6:04 to play in the fourth. We'll keep it here. Whoa! Paulsboro leads by 4. Again, as we were talking about, Woodbury won 59-41, a pretty lopsided game when these two last played each other. They played each other twice in 2022, the year that Woodbury won that state title. And, I mean, come on, 67-62 Paulsboro, and then 65-24, a 41-point win. And then Woodbury got both wins in 2021. But those are long forgotten times. Dunbar looks for a man. He is going to find 0. Pump fake. 3. No good. Heaved over to the left side. Feels like they're throwing Hail Marys across the court. Stolen, Solomon. A chance to make up for the deficit. Crossover, RJ on the Euro. 44-42. This might be a DWB Classic by the end of the night. No good. They're going to slow this one down a little bit. They know that the way that they've played, they control their destiny. They can shoot the ball when they want. They can pass the ball when they want. They just need to find the right time. That will be a foul on Paulsboro. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Yeah. It is on Paulsboro. So he will be, they will call it a shooting foul, so Paulsboro will get two, Woodbury will get two from the line with Solomon. No good. Misses his first.
Following the line, shooting two. Misses the first.
He'll try it again. No good. He misses both. They'll try the putback. And he's fouled with the end one. You can't make this up. Wow.
Foul on Briscoe.
So that'll be another shot with a chance for a three-point play. But instead of Solomon, it'll be Troy Lindsay. 44-44, a chance to break the tie. They don't get it. 0 for 3 from the line, and it will be on Woodbury. It's a frenzy of fouls here at the Cat Payne.
Woodbury.
With one of the most intense high school basketball crowds I've ever seen in this state. And these people have real passion, real pride. 4:35. I was going to say, in a tie game, you really want to think twice before your three-pointers. Woodbury on transition. He's fouled on his way up. It is a foul on Hodges. And Dunbar will take two. Take two and call in the morning. 44-44. 0 for 4. Woodbury has missed all 4 foul shots this quarter. Paulsboro, the Red Raider effect is real. They will miss 5 in a row. And another one on Woodbury. 3 each. We could get bonuses with 2 minutes left in the quarter. And this game is still tied. I mean, this isn't like our best DWB basketball game of the season in GCIT and Gloucester, where Gloucester was dominant all night, and GCIT got breaks at the end and won on a double contest 3. Block! Foul Woodbury. And Troy Lindsay can't believe his eyes. Eric Scott will go to the line. Take in the crowd. Just take in the moment. First one goes. Checking into the game, CJ Young. Wow. Wow. I think Dunbar just got tossed. I didn't see a technical. It is. There's a lot of confusion right now, but they negated the shot. It must have been a line violation or something. We didn't get an explanation, but 45-44, the second free throw is called off. C.J. Young with his second three-ball attempt of the night, 0 for 2. Scott, rebound. 1 point lead, Paulsboro. No good. Paulsboro wanted a walk, didn't get it, got a foul instead. Yeah, Dunbar, he gave a little love to the visitors. That just shows how fierce this competition is. This is one of the best rivalries in South Jersey, and especially in Camden County. 45-44, Quarles calls a timeout. We'll be right back after this. I'm telling you, somebody needs to slip one of those devices on my pointer finger that tells you your heart rate, because it's through the roof right now. It's through the roof for every man, woman, and child in this building. Woodbury inbounds, 3:20 to play in the fourth. We picked a good night to come out, I'll tell you that. And an intense crowd for 4 o'clock on a Monday. Solomon blocks, falling to the floor. Paulsboro trying to hang on. Woodbury gets it back. Rolls out. They wanted a jump ball. They're going to call a foul. Whoever it's on gets a bonus. Both teams have 4. Who's it on? Yeah, they're going down the floor. It's going to be the Paulsboro. Paulsboro will get the bonus. And it will be Milligan who will shoot from the line.
Milligan to the line for Paulsboro.
To tie the game. Good. 45-45, he has another one to make. Excuse me, it is 46-44, now it's 47-44. A 3-point lead for Paulsboro. Shockingly, this is the biggest lead the Red Raiders have had all night. Three on one, yellow, good. Yellow, higher. 1 point game. Walks across the line. A 3-ball, Milligan, good. Aiden Milligan. He has been lights out from beyond the arc. And Quarles will call another timeout. You can feel the intensity in your bones. I mean, it'll just be a 30-second timeout, but I'm a little dizzy with how intense this has been. Oh. 50-46, Paulsboro leads by 4. With how Woodbury's been tonight, I mean, with how Woodbury's been tonight, it would be an understatement to say it would be a disappointment if they lost. 4-point lead, inbounded to Troy Lindsay. Lindsay with a pump fake to Sacco. Back to 11. 2 minutes. Blocked. Kicked ball. No call. There's a man on the ground and a ball off the rim. It's back to Hodges. Milligan. He's been lights out from out and inside. 52-46. Timeout called. DeRogelis. Quarles slams the floor in excitement as we have 87 seconds to play in regulation. Paulsboro by far with their biggest lead of the night, 52-46.
That's a full timeout.
I know the Paulsboro guys, they are pumped up, maybe a little heated, but Quarles and their assistants, Mike Carlucci, excuse me, they know what's at stake. This isn't even a divisional game. That's the craziest part. This isn't even a divisional game. But what is at stake between these two guys and these 10 men and kids on the floor? This game will set the path for both sides going into the real tough parts of January and early February. 1:27 on the clock. Paulsboro leads by 6. You might just want to soak this one in. Quarles ordering positions. Finds his man, rolls out, couldn't get a good shot on that. Milligan fouled. That will be the 6th foul on the Herd.
Milligan to the line for Paulsboro.
Milligan will go to the line. Another opportunity for the Red Raiders to extend the lead. If Paulsboro wins, they would go to 4-5. If Woodbury falls, they would go to 5-6. The first time in a while they've been under 500. For their second straight loss after losing to Cherokee on Saturday. Second shot doesn't go. Rebound Woodbury. Now they're going to have to huck it up the floor and find the best shot possible. Rebound Scott. Scoreboard doesn't say how many timeouts anybody has left. And that'll be a foul on Woodbury. The 7th foul.
Woodbury foul on Sacco.
Checking into the game. I think CJ Young is coming out. And indeed, that'll be number 13 coming in. First shot goes. Number 13 coming into the game. We do not have a 13 on our roster, so I apologize. 55-46 is some of the crowd will disperse a little bit. Tried to get the putback. CJ Young from 3. He's 0 for 3. Foul. Who's it on?
Paulsboro foul.
It is going to be their 5th foul. Bonuses now are on each side. Heigler to the line. 4-2 with 38.2 to play in the fourth. It's good. Woodbury had an 0 for 5 stretch from the line to start the quarter. They've gotten a little better, but it might be a moot point. No good. Rebound, no. Young almost had it. Goes back to the ball. Eric Scott went down, and they'll foul again. 8th foul on Woodbury. Well, considering after Dorian Dunbar gave a little love to the Paulsboro faithful, they might have given him enough love to get him over the hump. Paulsboro will go to 4 and 5 as some of the crowd is dispersing here. Woodbury would go to 5 and 6 in their 11th matchup of the season. They'll call their men off as they're going to get ready to cherry pick and to defend the cherry pick. Second shot does not go after a couple hops. I don't know why you don't try to attempt a 3 in such dire needs. Man down. He had to give the ball away. Now you got to dribble out. That's exactly what Paulsboro will do. Paulsboro is a step closer to 500 as their small but incredibly passionate student section leads them to a 55-47 8-point win over Woodbury. Woodbury probably considered the favorite. They are upset at home, 55-47. Some nice talks in midcourt. And for a relatively early game, I mean, we're done here at 5:30 exactly a 90-minute game. As there is quarrels, a real act of sportsmanship. There's Troy Lindsay there. This may be a rivalry, but at the end of the day, it's all sportsmanship. But look, Woodbury is a well-rounded team. They don't take shots that they don't need. They get themselves in a good position, and they hang on to it well. They are a fast team. They sprint up and down the floor, whether there's 7 minutes in the first or 7 seconds in the fourth. They are really just overall, they just really have it all. But Paulsboro was able to, kind of see through what Paulsboro was able to see through what Woodbury had up its sleeve. This is the first time that they met this year, but it won't be the last. They've had some great success. Paulsboro had a deep playoff run last year, and now Paulsboro will have the rest of the month. Again, let's take a look at what Paulsboro has on the road ahead. For Paulsboro in their next 5, they play 4 Colonial opponents. Collinswood, Audubon, they'll probably win both of those. They'll fall to Cherokee probably. They'll win 4 of their next 5. That's just my call. They'll win 4 of their next 5, and then after that, well, who knows what's next. But if Paulsboro wins 4 of their next 5, they'll go to 8 and 6 on the campaign, and they'll set themselves up really well in South Jersey Group 1. Woodbury going to 5 and 6. Look, young team. They are a young team, new head coach. Like I said, DeRuggiero is familiar with the program. He is not as familiar with the players. So it will still take some time. But even though these guys are fierce rivals at heart, luckily it ended without issue. And with some great banter back and forth between the student sections, they played it real well. That's all for us here on DWB. Assuming that there's no changes in our schedule, our next broadcast will be January 15th, Clayton and Maple Shade in some Tri-County versus BCSL action. For you Paulsboro fans, we'll be covering them versus Lindenwold on January 16th. From everybody here at DWB, it is our graphics crew, Gavin Van Rel and Caleb Lane, social media manager, Anthony DePalma, producer, Vincent Folks, myself, Dan Wilkins. We will see you 1 week from today, January 15th, Maple Shade and Clayton. Have a good one, folks. Have a good night.